Have you ever pondered the glittering stars of Hollywood who suddenly faded, leaving the world stunned? A young actor killed over the falsehoods of a teenage girl. A gifted rapper's life taken in his own home. A brilliant TV star vanishing into darkness forever, carrying with them countless unfinished dreams. 19 lives. 19 tragedies filled with blood and tears. Why did these talented people leave us so soon? Behind the glamour, what dark secrets lurk? Stay with us as we reveal stories you could never have imagined. 1. Cameron Boyce, the Disney star taken by an invisible killer. Cameron Boyce became famous for his roles as Luke Ross in Jesse and Carlos in Descendants. Rising to prominence as a child star, he won the hearts of millions. Beyond acting, Cameron was a dancer and an activist, dedicating his time to helping others. Tragically, his life was cut short on July 6, 2019, at just 20 years old, while his career was flourishing. Cameron's death was a shocking blow. After a long day's work, he returned to his room, and no one expected he would not wake up. A sudden seizure struck while he slept, claiming his life. This loss devastated not only his family but also the millions of fans who adored him as a vibrant teen idol. Behind the tragedy, a deeper pain emerged. People recognized that Cameron's life was marred by pressure. As a child star, he faced immense expectations to maintain a perfect image. Additionally, he battled epilepsy, a condition few knew he had. The demands of his hectic schedule likely interfered with his treatment. His death serves as a painful reminder of the overwhelming pressure placed on young stars in the entertainment industry. 2. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, a fatal accident ending a rebellious life. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, one of the members of the iconic group TLC, overcame many obstacles to achieve worldwide success. A talented rapper, songwriter, and creative force behind TLC's image, she contributed to legendary albums like Crazy Sexy Cool and Fan Mail. Hits like Waterfalls and No Scrubs earned her lasting fame. But her life was also filled with personal struggles and controversies. After enduring much hardship, Lisa sought peace in Honduras. However, fate dealt a cruel hand on April 25, 2002. While driving an SUV down a deserted road, Lisa briefly lost control, resulting in a fatal crash. The car veered off the road, hit a tree, and flipped over, taking her life at 30. The jungle seemed to echo with the loss of a bright talent that would never shine again. Her death reflected the turbulent life she led. A violent childhood shaped her rebellious image, from clashes with her bandmates to infamous incidents, including setting fire to her boyfriend's house. Lisa spent her life battling inner demons. In Honduras, she hoped to heal, but even in seeking peace, danger was never far away. Her death not only robbed the world of a gifted artist but highlighted the invisible wounds many people carry. 3. Aaliyah, the tragic end of the princess of R&B. Aaliyah, the voice behind timeless songs like Try Again and Are You That Somebody, became an icon of music by 14. Albums such as One in a Million, 1996, and Aaliyah, 2001, cemented her legacy in R&B and pop. But just as her career was reaching its peak, an unimaginable tragedy struck. On August 25, 2001, Aaliyah was returning to the U.S. from the Bahamas after a music video shoot. The small plane, overloaded with equipment and luggage, took off, not realizing the weight it carried. Moments later, the engine malfunctioned, and the plane exploded mid-air, crashing to the ground and killing Aaliyah and 8 others. Her death devastated the music world. The tragedy was preceded by a series of mistakes, an overloaded plane, an unqualified pilot, and the intense demands of her career. From constant travel to grueling schedules, Aaliyah became a victim of both her ambition and the industry's brutal pace. Her death was a profound loss to music and a chilling reminder of the risks in such a high-pressure world. 4. Merlin Santana, the tragic end of Romeo and a bloody death born of a lie. Merlin Santana, best known for his role as Romeo on The Steve Harvey Show, was one of Hollywood's most promising young stars. His career began in childhood, gradually gaining recognition through TV roles. His charm and talent made him beloved, especially within the black community. Merlin also ventured into music, hoping to make a name for himself across entertainment. But no one expected his life to be violently cut short in 2002, at just 26 years old. On November 9, 2002, Merlin sat in a car with a friend when a group ambushed them, including a 15-year-old girl who falsely accused Merlin of inappropriate behavior. Her lie sparked a deadly chain reaction. Her boyfriend and his accomplices set up the attack, and within moments, gunfire rang out. A bullet struck Merlin's head, killing him instantly. The night turned tragic, leaving a bloody memory of a star gone too soon. Merlin's death wasn't just a heart-wrenching loss for his loved ones, it was a stark reminder of how lies can have devastating consequences. A young girl's falsehood ended the life of a rising star, shaking the entertainment industry. His death also highlighted how exaggerations and personal conflicts can spiral out of control, leading to tragic outcomes. 5. Notorious B.I.G., a short life and a shocking death under a hail of bullets. Christopher Wallace, known as Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls, was a towering figure in music. Growing up in Brooklyn, New York, he rose from poverty to become a rap legend. In 1994, his album Ready to Die launched him into stardom, with hits like Juicy and Big Papa. His deep voice and masterful storytelling made him the face of a new era in hip-hop. But fame came with the dangers of the notorious East Coast-West Coast rap feud. Then, everything he had built, the fame, the music, the legacy, was cut short. On March 9, 1997, after leaving a party in Los Angeles, Biggie stepped outside, unaware that death was approaching. A black car pulled up, the window rolled down, and 4 gunshots shattered the night. The bullets tore into his body, and the rap world was left in shock. At just 24 years old, Biggie collapsed in a pool of blood, his coat soaked with the dreams of a genius left unfulfilled. The case remains unsolved, leaving many questions unanswered. Was the East-West rap feud the cause of his death, or did the industry's hidden conflicts play a role? The violent environment, mixed with ongoing rivalries, made Biggie an easy target. Who could have imagined that an industry so glamorous would harbor such dark forces? Biggie's death was an immeasurable loss, not only for his family but also for the rap world, which lost a legend far too soon. 6. Tupac Shakur, a revolutionary icon taken by gunfire. Tupac Shakur stands as one of the most iconic rappers in history. More than just a talented musician, he was a passionate social activist fighting for equality and justice. Albums like Tupacalypse Now and All Eyes on Me made him the voice of a generation, with unforgettable tracks such as Dear Mama and California Love. On the night of September 7, 1996, in Las Vegas, Tupac's fate took an unimaginable turn. Sitting in Suge Knight's car, Tupac became an unsuspecting victim of violence. A car pulled up beside them, the window rolled down, and 4 gunshots rang out. The bullets tore into his body, and Tupac was left fighting for his life in a brutal battle that lasted for days. On September 13, 1996, he passed away at just 25 years old, leaving behind a void that no one could fill. His death marked not just the loss of a legend, but also the tragic end of a life filled with controversy and unresolved conflicts. Rumors of rivalries in the music industry and personal enemies continue to circulate, but justice remains elusive. Tupac was not only a victim of gunfire, but also a product of the dangerous life he led. His bold statements, rebellious music, personal battles, and endless scandals created a chaotic world around him, with Tupac at the center. His fame and relentless spirit made him an easy target in a violent world. 7. XXXTENTACION, the tragic death of a young talent. Yase Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, known as XXXTENTACION, was one of the most promising music icons of his time. Rising to fame on SoundCloud, he quickly captivated millions with his deeply emotional and haunting songs. Albums like 17 and showcased his immense talent at just 20 years old, producing hits such as Sad and Jocelyn Flores that cemented his legacy. Sadly, on June 18, 2018, his life was brutally cut short. Leaving a motorcycle dealership in Florida, XXXTENTACION had no idea that his life was about to end. Two robbers appeared out of nowhere, pointing a gun at him. Shots rang out, and one bullet tore through his neck, ending his life within moments. Despite efforts to save him, XXXTENTACION died at the hospital, leaving $50,000 in cash and an unfulfilled dream behind. His death wasn't just a personal tragedy but a heart-wrenching reminder of senseless violence. It left millions of fans in shock, with many struggling to come to terms with the loss of a young talent. The environment that propelled XXXTentacion's rise also made him an easy target for criminals. Despite his talent, nothing could protect him from the dangers that lurked around him, cutting his life short in a tragic way. 8. Chance Perdomo, a rising star's career ended by a horrific accident. Chance Perdomo, a rising star in entertainment, was widely recognized for his roles in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and Gen V. A nominee for the British Academy Television Awards, Chance had a bright future ahead of him. But fate cruelly snatched it all away in an instant. On March 30, 2024, under the glistening city lights, Chance was riding his motorcycle when tragedy struck. A truck appeared suddenly, its headlights blinding him. In a split second, Chance lost control of the bike, crashing violently and being thrown into the air. His body hit the pavement, blood spilling onto the cold street. Despite the ambulance's frantic response, it was too late. At just over 20 years old, Chance's promising career was cut short, leaving fans in disbelief. While it was labeled an accident, Chance's death hints at the unseen pressures that young artists face. Exhaustion, professional stress, or even personal struggles may have distracted him during that critical moment. His passing is a profound loss not only for his family but also for the entertainment industry, as the world will never see the full extent of his potential. 9. Natana Reed, death strikes on the city streets. Natana Reed, a member of the R&B group Black, made her mark in the 90s with hits like 808 and Bring It All to Me. She was not only a gifted singer but also an actress, known for her role in Bring It On, 2000. Natana was a rising star with undeniable talent, but her life was tragically cut short. On October 26, 2012, in Atlanta, Natana was walking along the sidewalk when death struck without warning. A speeding car approached, and the sound of impact shattered the night. Her body was thrown into the air and landed lifeless on the ground. At just 33 years old, her dreams and passion for music and acting were destroyed in an instant. Fans and loved ones were left in shock, unable to say goodbye. Natana's death was not just a devastating loss for her family, but also a significant blow to the music and film worlds. Despite facing personal challenges, she persevered and remained beloved by fans. But in a tragic instant, her journey ended, not due to lack of resilience, but due to the randomness of fate. A simple walk home turned into an unimaginable tragedy. 10. Trayvon Martin, the tragic death that shook American society. Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old from Florida, was full of dreams and ambition.
A promising young man
he aspired
into
to be a
powerful
pilot and
symbol
loved
of
sports.
societal injustice.
Known as Slim on
Passion
Twitter,
for sports.
Trayvon embodied the
Known
energy
as
of
Slim
youth
on
with
Twitter,
limitless potential.
Trayvon embodied the vibrant
His
energy
tragic
of
death
a young
transformed
generation
him
with
into a
endless
symbol
potential.
of societal injustice.
Yet his untimely
On
society.
February 26,
Trayvon
2012, Trayvon was walking home with candy and a soda when he crossed paths with his tragic
on the night
fate.
of February 26,
George
soda
Zimmerman, a
was walking
self-appointed
home when he
neighborhood
encountered
watchman,
his tragic
stalked
fate.
Trayvon,
Lapsed
leading
to
to
the
an
cold
altercation
ground,
that
his
ended
blood
with a gunshot.
soaking the earth.
Trayvon
His death
collapsed to
served
the
as a
ground,
wake-up call
his
for
blood staining
society,
the earth.
exposing deep-seated
His death
inequity.
sparked outrage,
George
highlighting
Zimmerman,
deep-seated
a self-appointed
racial
neighborhood
inequalities.
watchman, followed Trayvon
Zimmerman
like
was
a
acquitted,
predator stalking
igniting
its
the
prey,
Black
and
Lives
soon
Matter
after,
movement,
a
which
gunshot
fought for
pierced
justice
the
not
night.
just for Trayvon, but
Trayvon
for
and
all
police
victims of
violence.
racial discrimination and
Trayvon's
police
death
violence.
was more than a family's tragedy.
Trayvon's death
It
wasn't
was
just
an
a family
indelible
tragedy.
stain on
It
American
exposed the
society,
systemic racism that
highlighting
allowed a
systemic
teenager's
racism
life to be
where
cut
a
short
teenage-
due to the color of his
George
skin.
Zimmerman, the man
11. Nia Rivera, the Glee star who sacrificed her life to save her son. Nia Rivera, the shining star of Glee, was beloved for her portrayal of Santana Lopez and was recognized as an LGBTQ+ icon. A multi-talented performer in both music and film, Nia started her career as a child and achieved incredible success. However, she is most remembered for the selfless and heroic act that ended her life. On July 8, 2020, Nia took her son Josie on a boat trip at Lake Piru in California. In an unfortunate turn of events, while trying to save her son from a strong current, Nia managed to push him back onto the boat to safety but was unable to save herself. Her cries for help went unanswered, and her body was discovered 5 days later, on July 13th. The image of an empty boat and a child calling for his mother captured the hearts of millions. Nia's death became a profound symbol of maternal love and sacrifice, an act of heroism that only a mother could make. While she is no longer with us, Nia left behind a legacy of bravery and the deep, enduring love of family. 12. Robin Harris, a rising comedy star, silenced at 36. Robin Harris was a celebrated comedian in the 1980s, known for his sharp stand-up comedy and his role as Pops in House Party. At the height of his career, Harris also created the iconic BBS Kids, entertaining millions with his humor and storytelling. On March 18, 1990, at the age of 36, his life was tragically cut short by a heart attack. After a long, exhausting day and with his career on the rise, Harris's heart suddenly stopped, leaving an irreplaceable void in the entertainment world. His untimely death serves as a stark reminder of the immense pressure that the entertainment industry places on its stars and the toll that constant work and stress can take on their health. 13. Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther legend, lost to cancer. Chadwick Boseman, one of Hollywood's brightest stars, was most famously known for his portrayal of T'Challa/Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, alongside notable roles as Jackie Robinson in 42 and James Brown in Get On Up. Black Panther was not only a massive box office success but also a cultural milestone, making Boseman a hero to millions, particularly within the Black community. On August 28, 2020, the world mourned the loss of Chadwick Boseman, who had privately battled stage 3 colon cancer for 4 years. While filming major projects such as Black Panther and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Boseman endured chemotherapy but continued to give his all to his work, concealing his suffering. His death at 43 left a massive void in the film industry, but his legacy as a symbol of hope, resilience, and strength remains. His life will continue to inspire generations. 14. Michael K. Williams, The Wire star's lost battle with addiction. Michael K. Williams was known for his iconic portrayal of Omar Little in The Wire, as well as roles in Boardwalk Empire and Lovecraft Country. Williams captivated audiences with his powerful performances, but behind his success, he struggled with a long battle against drug addiction. On September 6, 2021, the world was shocked to learn of Michael K. Williams' death at the age of 54, following a relapse in his battle with addiction. Despite his success and acclaim, Williams faced immense pressure, which ultimately led him to drugs as a coping mechanism. His passing serves as a reminder of the unseen struggles many artists face, even after achieving greatness. His death left a profound loss in the world of entertainment, but his artistry continues to be remembered. 15. Bernie Mac, the sudden death of a comedy icon shaking Hollywood. Bernie Mac, born Bernard Jeffrey McCullough, was a legendary figure in Hollywood comedy. Through The Bernie Mac Show, he became a beloved star, filling homes with laughter, while his roles in Ocean's 11 and Guess Who further cemented his incredible talent. On August 9, 2008, Bernie Mac's sudden passing sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry. At just 50 years old, he succumbed to the effects of sarcoidosis, a debilitating lung disease he had battled for years. The illness, which slowly drained his strength, ultimately claimed his life. The image of the once vibrant, larger-than-life comedian now evokes deep sorrow. His death wasn't just the loss of a comedic genius, it marked the end of a brave, relentless fight against a silent, cruel disease. Fans and peers alike mourned the departure of an artist whose spirit and humor touched countless lives. 16. Whitney Houston, the haunting death of a music legend. Whitney Houston, with her unmatched vocal talent, was one of the most iconic figures in music history. Hits like I Will Always Love You and Greatest Love of All made her a household name, and her acting success in The Bodyguard further solidified her legendary status. Tragically, on February 11, 2012, Whitney's brilliant life ended suddenly when she was found unresponsive in a hotel bathtub. Her death, at the age of 48, was caused by a combination of drowning, drug use, and heart disease. But this was not simply the death of a star, it marked the heartbreaking culmination of her long struggle with addiction, the pressures of fame, and a fractured personal life. Whitney's passing serves as a chilling reminder of the destructive forces fame can bring and the devastating toll of addiction on even the most talented souls. 17. Prince, a music legend lost to the tragedy of painkillers. Prince, a true musical icon, was known for his genre-defying style, with landmark albums like Purple Rain and 1999. His contributions to music were monumental, not just as an artist, but as an advocate for creative freedom, famously challenging major record labels for control of his music. On April 21, 2016, the world was stunned to learn of Prince's death at his Paisley Park estate. His death, at just 57, was caused by an accidental overdose of fentanyl, a powerful opioid. Years of chronic pain from a hip condition led Prince to rely on painkillers, ultimately contributing to his untimely demise. The loss of such a transformative artist was not only a blow to the music world but a painful reminder of the dangers of dependency on prescription medication, even when it starts as a remedy for physical pain. 18. Wanda Smith, star dimmed before its time. Wanda Smith, a cherished name in Atlanta's entertainment scene, had begun to make a lasting mark as the host of Frank and Wanda in the Morning on V103. With contributions to Def Comedy Jam and roles in films like Madea Goes to Jail and The Drone That Saved Christmas, she was a rising star with immense potential. In October 2024, Wanda's promising career came to an unexpected halt when she passed away at the age of 58. Although the cause of her death remains unclear, her sudden loss left fans and colleagues in shock. Despite not having fully reached the heights she was destined for, Wanda's talent and dedication suggested a future filled with great accomplishments. Her passing left many wondering how far she could have gone and what might have been if she had been given more time. 19. Pop Smoke, a promising rap star lost to brutality. Pop Smoke, a rising star from Brooklyn, quickly became a leader in the drill music movement. With hits like Dior and Welcome to the Party, he solidified his place in the music world. His posthumous album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, went on to top the Billboard 200, proving his lasting impact even after his death. Tragically, on February 19, 2020, Pop Smoke's life was brutally cut short during a robbery at his Los Angeles home. At just 20 years old, he was shot and killed by armed intruders. His death sent shockwaves through the music world, leaving fans and fellow artists devastated by the loss of a star who had barely begun to shine. Pop Smoke's death is a painful reminder of the violence that often surrounds fame and the countless dreams left unfulfilled when a life is taken too soon. 19 black stars, radiant talents across music, film, sports, and beyond, were tragically taken from this world far too soon. Each left behind unfinished dreams and untold legacies. Their deaths represent more than just personal losses, they are collective griefs for the entertainment and cultural worlds. They lived brightly but were extinguished too quickly, often cruelly. Do you feel the heartbreak of these lives lost? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to discover more heartbreaking stories behind the spotlight.